A panel of 3 sustainability experts discussed key challenges facing the property design and construction sectors.
One of the big issues for me is looking at business opportunities for sustainability. We made the change this year from corporate responsibility, which is about risk management and brand enhancement, and actually flipped that over very consciously. It wasn't just about semantics. This was about saying to our business, sustainability is about opportunity for us. It's not something that we should run away from. It's something actually we should embrace.
We mustn't make it too easy. I reread, because you do when you're going to do these kinds of things, a couple of little documents, and I reread the list that had come out of the Egan Skills of what are sustainable communities and what the government said at the time. And of course what it is about 95% of nice warm words. As in, it would be really nice if the world was a nice place. Well, yeah, it would. That's great. Let's do that. But behind that there are some really sharp issues, and some of those issues go deep into politics. And if we obscure those and don't actually say it really, really matters whether we decide it this way or that way, there is no fudge here, then I think we miss the point. Now, what those might be, I'm not in a couple of them, but I think there are some, we really must cut back to, there are some choices. It isn't as though there's a total win-win in all this. There are strong win-wins in a lot of things.
And then if I drill down, one thing I think we should focus on as well would be productivity. I've always called it the Holy Grail. I think if I could truly, and it comes back to link with tenants, both tenants in office portfolios and tenants in our retail centres. There's some statistics that say that retail sales go up, stores are daily up to 40%. If I could prove that, I'd be a very wealthy man. I could leave Hammersons and live on an island and enjoy myself. Essentially, sustainably, obviously. But it comes to offices. There's plenty of research now that shows that 10 to 15% improvements in productivity. If I went to a JP Morgan or a Barclays and said, I'm going to build you an office and it's going to increase your productivity by 10 to 15%, the cost they spend, the money they spend on staff, it would outweigh any initiatives we put into green. It would actually, we could put as many wind turbines on as you wanted, because the value is there, and I don't think that value has been drawn down yet. And I would urge that we try and find a solution to that and try and engage in delivering that outcome.
There's been a reinforcement, I hope, of my perspective, which is there are still some big policy issues under this. And in a sense what people are saying is tremendously good buildings, zero carbon, green travel plan, all the rest, actually scattered across the countryside in a way which is not part of a sustainable pattern of overall development, whether it's within urban, across regions or whatever, is tinkering at the edges, and we really have to confront that. But there's deep, deep politics underneath that, including regional disparities, all sorts of things, which are not going to be easy to tackle. For example, look at almost all the pronouncements of government which say that we'll narrow regional differences. We are nowhere near narrowing regional differences with any of the policies we've remotely got, because the growth rates and the starting points are so hugely different.
I find this subject one of the only subjects I've ever talked about where when someone gets it, you can actually see it in their eyes. You can actually see their eyes change. They finally, wow, he gets it. I've had CEOs in the past who I've mentored, and it takes a little while, and then they finally get it, and it's the most amazing feeling, to be honest. And even if it's not CEO, it's a secretary, or it's another person in your department, it might be a tenant.
We met 2 delegates after the panel discussion. How's the event been today?
Very useful, actually. It's good to have a good collection of people who have got like minds and are quite serious about making sustainability happen.
So, David, how's the event been for you today?
Well, I think it's been a very exciting event, and I think it's a really good initiative, and it's an exciting time for sustainability. I think we're on the crux of finally actually quantifying what it is and being able to move on with it.